So here's the deal with this tradition that our town has. Every Valentine's, the whole place gets into this Cupid doll thing. The story goes way back. A local artist started making these little dolls as a tribute to finding his own true love in town. People loved the idea, started hanging these dolls outside their doors as a kind of good luck charm for love and happiness. Me and Jess, we're not usually into this kind of stuff, but seeing those dolls everywhere, it was kind of hard to ignore. We just shrugged it off, figured it was nice for folks who were into that sort of thing, but not really our cup of tea. But then weird stuff starts happening. First, our car won't start, dead battery out of nowhere. We're like, okay, bad luck, whatever. Next day, Jess slips in the kitchen, water spill we didn't even see. We're starting to get spooked, you know? Then, it's one thing after another. I lose my wallet. Jess's phone screen cracks. Small accidents, but they keep coming. It's like we're jinxed or something. We're joking, half serious. Maybe it's 'cause we dissed Cupid? The final straw. Our favorite cafe, where we first met, suddenly closes down. We're standing there, looking at the closed sign, and Jess just says, okay, maybe we should have just hung up that silly Cupid doll. So we put that Cupid doll up, half joking about the whole thing. And you know what? Things kind of did a 180 for us. The car's running smooth, Jess isn't slipping over air anymore, and it's like all those little mishaps just stopped. Now, we're both pretty level-headed, so we know it's probably all just one big coincidence. But after all that chaos, we're not about to test our luck again. The doll's staying up next Valentine's, no question. Better safe than sorry, right? This happened on Valentine's Day, 4 years ago. I was just trying to do the boyfriend thing right. The flower shop was a mess, swamped with last-minuters like me. I was elbow to elbow with folks, trying to pick out something that screamed, I thought this through, and not. I grabbed the first bunch I saw. Then, this guy walked in. Young, mask on his face like we were still in the thick of the pandemic. He stood out, jittery, eyes darting. I tried to focus on the roses, but this guy, he was like a bad vibe walking. Suddenly, he snapped, pulled out a gun, and the place went ice cold. Screams, sobs, the works. This guy, he was on edge, like he was riding a bad high or deep in something darker. He had us all down, faces to the floor. I was next to this woman, tears streaming down her face. I whispered whatever comforts I could muster, trying to keep her from falling apart. The guy was all over the place, grabbing wallets, phones, whatever he could get. The fear was thick, you could choke on it. Then, as sudden as he came, he was gone. Cops showed up, took our stories. Felt like hours, but it was all a blur. Days later, the cops called. They got him, and my wallet was coming back to me. Couldn't help but think, some Valentines this turned out to be, huh? Tried to laugh it off, but the shake in my voice gave me away. There won't be a Valentine's Day where I won't remember the fear from that afternoon. At least I will have an excuse if I ever forget to get flowers in the future. Valentine's was never my thing, but this year, I wanted to make an effort. Found a recipe online, some kind of scented candle, said to light up your love life. Sounded cheesy enough to work. I spent hours on it, mixing, melting, pouring. The thing looked right, smelled like a dream. Packed it up, a neat little gift for Sarah. She lit it that evening, dinner for two at her place. The flame caught, flickered, then something twisted. The air turned heavy, the scent, once sweet, now choking. Sarah's smile faded, her eyes wide with confusion, then fear. We thought it was a joke, a trick candle maybe. But the smoke, it grew thicker, clouding the room, seeping into our lungs. We coughed, choked, staggered towards the windows, desperate for air. The night ended with sirens, red and blue lights flashing through the haze. Paramedics, questions, a blur of concern. The candle, a homemade disaster, more toxic than romantic. Sarah was fine, they said. Me, a bit less so. A night to remember, they joked at the hospital. Valentine's Day, the day love nearly did us in. We laugh about it now, but sometimes when I light a candle, I remember that fear, the way the air turned against us, and I blow it out just to be safe. So there we were, Valentine's Day, right? Emily and I figure we'd try something different, head out into the woods for a hike. Neither of us knew much about hiking, but the idea seemed fun, a break from the city buzz. We're strolling through the woods, really soaking in the quiet, when Emily mentions she needs to pee. I figure, no big deal, I'll hang back. But then I get a bit bored just standing around, so I head off toward this waterfall I can kind of hear not too far off. It's a cool little spot, water cascading down, all peaceful-like. I get caught up watching it, totally lose track of time. Before I know it, way more time has passed than I thought. I spin around, expecting to see Emily wandering back, but there's just empty space. I start hollering her name, thinking maybe she just got sidetracked. But the silence that comes back is eerie. Now I'm really on edge, pacing back and forth, my mind racing with all sorts of grim scenarios. Let's face it, we're not exactly seasoned hikers. We're more at home on city streets than in some dense forest. This whole situation is way outside our comfort zone. I'm out there, yelling for Emily at the top of my lungs, half expecting her to jump out any second, laughing at how she totally got me worried. But it's just silence, the kind that makes your skin crawl. The trees seem to swallow up the sound of my voice, giving nothing back. And that's when it really hits me. This was supposed to be a chill day, just a break from our usual routine, and now we're stuck in this mess. How did a simple hike turn into this? Finally, it's like forever's passed before we literally run into each other. The look on our faces, you could just see the weight dropping off. All those ideas we had for a sweet Valentine's Day gone, just like that. But now, here we are with this wild tale we're going to be telling for years. It's one of those moments, where everything's so intense, and then it's just this huge relief. We're just standing there, laughing and shaking our heads, can't believe what just happened. Now, when we talk about it, we crack up. But back then, it wasn't funny at all. Just a reminder of how quickly things can go from chill to full-on panic, even when the sun's still up.